Good evening, everybody. It is Wednesday, January 16th, 2019. I am Mike. This is Pop Culture Review asks, what kind of day has it been? And oh, friends, it has been a day. I'm still just getting over, my adrenaline hasn't yet reset, still getting over the series premiere of Deadly Class, which literally just ended a few minutes ago on Sci-Fi. I'm telling you, if you are looking for a new show to watch, you got to check this out. Wednesdays at 10 o'clock. Which is great because you should all be watching The Magicians, which begins next Wednesday at 9 o'clock. So just turn on Sci-Fi on Wednesdays now and just leave it, and you're going to be okay. You're going to have great nights of great television. Seriously, though, great time live tweeting on Twitter. You can follow us, and you should follow us on Twitter at Pop Culture View, at Pop Culture View. You can follow us on Instagram at pop_culture_review. But we're on Instagram every day, but we're on Twitter all day, every day. We were live tweeting, had a good time. The show and the some of the actors and the show's official account were really active. It was a good interaction, great episode, good times. Definitely check it out. It's on sci-fi.com. It'll be on all the streaming sites too. Definitely don't want to miss next week. But that's enough TV talk for episodes. That's morning daily download stuff. But really, seriously, great episode. Let's get right into today's news. We're going to start with movie news because we started with TV news last night. Only two things here I want to bring up. Disney, you're breaking my heart. So as you may be aware, Disney has recently been on a tear of remaking all of its animated classics into live action films. On this year alone, we're coming out with a live action version of Dumbo, as well as The Lion King and Aladdin. Is that true? Or all three of those? All three of those are coming out in 2018. I think Dumbo actually comes out in a couple of weeks. Yeah. So today, Disney announced that it is going to make Hunchback of Notre Dame into a live action film. It's the newest one to get the live action treatment. It's going to be a live action musical. David Henry Hwang, who is a Tony Award winner behind M. Butterfly. He's been set to write the script, and the music is going to be done by Alan Menken with lyrics by Stephen Schwartz. I mean, these guys are legends and rock stars. Stop the madness, Disney. Hunchback of Notre Dame is your absolute worst crap fest movie you have ever made. It is the worst animated movie. It's not going to be better as a fucking live action. What are you thinking? What are you doing? Stop it. Stop it. Seriously, though, it's going to be bad. The movie was a shitfest. I really disliked it. And I love Disney. I love everything Disney. I love Disney movies. I like Tarzan, even, for God's sakes, man. I used to rock out to the Phil Collins soundtrack for Tarzan for a solid year. Hunchback of Notre Dame is the worst. So, that's news, I guess. But man, oh man, that sounds like a bad idea. On to better news. Yesterday, we announced on what kind of day has it been that Jason Reitman, son of Ivan Reitman, announced that he was going to be making a 2020 released sequel to Ghostbusters, and not related to the female reboot from a couple years ago, but this would be a sequel to the original 1980s movies. I guess it would be Ghostbusters 3, technically, since Ghostbusters 2, which came out in 1989, was the last with the original cast. This is going to be a sequel to that. So that was yesterday. Today, he dropped a teaser trailer for Ghostbusters, the movie. Real quick little teaser trailer. It opens on a creepy looking barn in like a lightning storm. All sorts of phantasmic and spooky music and effects are going on. We zoom into the barn. There's an object covered with a tarp. The tarp gets blown back a little bit, and we just see the back of Ecto-1, the Ghostbusters hearse that they used as their vehicle to drive around in the Ghostbusters movies, is under the tarp. We see most of the license plate and a little bit of the logo, and then it just flashes to Ghostbusters 2020. So a little teaser trailer following on the news yesterday that Jason Reitman, son of Ivan Reitman, who did the original Ghostbusters movies, that's a go. I mean, if they already had this little teaser trailer here, we are a go. Still no information on casting or what that's going to look like, but there you go. Much better news than this Disney shitfest. Let's go to TV news. We have a couple things here. Some cancellations. Channel Zero has been canceled by Sci-Fi after 4 seasons. It will not be getting a season 5. I only caught this show periodically, but it wasn't like the best thing ever. But as far as horror shows go, I actually like anthology shows. I've always been into the Black Mirror, the Twilight Zone, those kinds of shows, and Channel Zero is definitely in that vein. Sci-fi can be a cruel lover when it comes to keeping shows. There are a lot of people out there that are mad for this or that show having been canceled. Just talk to people about The Expanse, though that's moving over to Netflix now. So Channel Zero is no more. Will not be getting a season 5. Also on the chopping block today, NBC canceled Trial and Error. There will be no season 3 of Trial and Error. What is Trial and Error, you're asking? Very good question, and you've just answered probably why it was canceled. It was a summer show that aired for a couple of seasons. I think I vaguely have heard of this show. I don't know. Yeah, no one's going to miss the show. It's just going to disappear into the ether. In happy news, though, Ellen's Game of Games has been renewed for season 3. Ellen's Game of Games current season is actually airing right now on Tuesday nights. If you like Ellen and you like silly fun, Game of Games actually, as far as the nighttime reality, game show stuff goes, it's not nearly the worst of the worst. Ellen DeGeneres herself is just infectious. The games are fun and the contestants are silly. So they've gotten renewed for season 3. So good for them. And we also got the announcement that Chris Maloney's Happy, which is a sci-fi show. So they were canceling Channel Zero, and on the same day announcing that Happy is going to premiere its season 2 on March 27th. They dropped a trailer, which you can find on YouTube right now, I'm sure. And the release announced that the season will take place over the course of Easter. You'll recall, people that watched Happy Season 1, most of the first season took place around Christmas time. Season 2 will take place around Easter time. So go check out that trailer. Go see Chris Maloney as you have never seen him before, especially if you hold on to SVU, Law & Order SVU, Chris Maloney. Happy Chris Maloney is a very different character. Homecoming Season 2, which is a definite go, will not be having Julia Roberts as its star. This was a show that a lot of people took to. It was a half-hour drama streaming on Amazon. I wasn't a particular fan of it. I found it very bloated, which is funny since it was only like an 8-episode season and they were only half-hour episodes. I think it would have worked better as a movie. But Ms. Roberts will stay on as an executive producer, which she was also in this first season, but she will not be in front of the camera. No further word on if anyone else from season 1 will be returning into season 2. But at least this is the big casting news that Julia Roberts will not be returning to star in season 2 of Homecoming. And our last piece of business. This is it for the night. Netflix has given a straight-to-series order to a new comedy called Space Force. This will star Steve Carell from The Office, famously, and it's from him and Greg Daniels, who was one of the creators of The Office. So the two of them are teaming up again, and they're going to make Space Force. This is here is the log line. A new workplace comedy starring the former office boss that is centered on the, quote, the people tasked with creating a 6th branch of the armed services, according to the official log line. No timetable has been announced from Netflix when this will actually air, but this is not a pilot or development thing. This will be a series. It has been picked up to series. Obviously, this is a little more than tongue-in-cheek, since President Trump announced some months ago that he would actually like a Space Force as a new branch of the military. So the funny guys from The Office are taking that and running with it, and I'm sure it will be funny because they're funny guys. And with Netflix, they'll have a lot more free reign to be vicious than they would on network TV, probably. So stay tuned for that. Again, no timetable is released, but that is a done deal. That is happening. Space Force coming to Netflix at some point in the future. That is it, guys. I may go watch Deadly Class again and relive it with the West Coast. I don't know. I also may just pass out. I will see you tomorrow for daily download, and again, what kind of day it has been. I hope you guys have a pleasant evening. I hope you rest up. Tomorrow, some good TV coming online, including season 2 of Star Trek Discovery episode 1 drops on CBS All Access. That will not be on my per my normal thing that I don't put streaming shows on my what to watch. Just know that will be an item that we cover tomorrow. That is going to season 2, episode 1, 8:30. It will be available on CBS All Access tomorrow night. Excited for that, but there's also some other good stuff happening tomorrow night on TV, which we'll talk about, and we'll also talk about movies coming out this weekend. Have a great night, guys, and I'll talk to you mañana.